Hello guys, welcome back to my channel All-in-One Education by Divya. Today we are going to see about lines and angles. So let us see what do you mean by parallel lines. So parallel lines. Definition: line that do not intersect. Intersect means that the lines which do not touch each other, that are known as parallel lines. For one figure has given that L is a line and M is also a line. They are not touching each other, they are not intersecting each other. That's why the notation for it will be L is parallel to M, and these two sticks kind of thing, there is the sign of the parallel. So instead of writing parallel like L is parallel to M, so we have some sign, these two sticks, so that we can know that this is the sign of this parallel line and we can identify it easily. So in second figure also we have the line AB that is parallel to line C and D. Now let us go to see the examples of parallel lines. One is hardwood floor, and then we have opposite sides of windows, desk, and etc. Then we have parking slots in parking lot. In this picture also you are able to see they are parallel to each other, and this is parallel parking. Then we can see streets like Larmin and Leclerc. Now let us see one more example of this parallel line. So this is a street, okay, it has taken from Belmont and school. So let us see where are the two parallel lines intersecting. So you can see from this road to this street, it is a parallel. So that is an example of parallel line. Now let us see perpendicular lines. Definition: line that intersect to form a right angle. So means a line which do not which intersect but it forms a right angle. So in this figure also you are able to see that it is intersecting. It means that it is touching together and forming a 90-degree angle, which is known as right angle. So notation for it is M is perpendicular to N. It is a sign of this perpendicular. So key fact that four angles are formed. That here in this figure you are able to see that from all the side it is coming in right angle, which is 90-degree. Okay, now let us see the example of perpendicular lines. So one is window panes, and again we are able to see the streets of Belmont and Cicero. So you can see these two streets are intersecting together and forming a 90-degree or a right angle. So that's why it is perpendicular. So this was our perpendicular lines. Now let us read about transversal. The definition for it: a line that intersect two lines at a different points. So means there is a one line and there are two lines or more than two lines are also there sometimes, which is intersecting to the first line. So here you are able to see this is our line, okay, that is a one line only, and the two lines are these. So if this kind of a figure will come, it is a transversal. Now let us see the vertical angles in the transversal. So two angles that are opposite angles. So suppose it is very easy. When we see that 1 and 4 is opposite, then 2 and 3 are opposite, 5 and 8 are opposite, and 7 and 6 are opposite. So we can say that 1 is congruent to 4. So congruent means that are same in angle. So here in this also we are able to see a congruent sign. It means this is a congruent or same angle. So angle 1 is congruent to angle 4, and angle 2 is congruent to angle 3, and angle 5 is congruent to 8, and angle 6 is congruent to 7. So this is how which are vertical angles. So here one question for you: find the measures of the missing angle. So as I told you that they are same, so what should we come in the opposite of 125 degree? So let us see, yes, this is 125 degree because I told that they are same, they are congruent. Now for 55 also, now it will be easy for you. It is 55 degree. So this is how we find the vertical angles, missing angles. Now let us see about supplementary angles and linear pair. Two angles that form a line and all the sum is equals to 180 degree. Suppose in this 1 and 2 equals to 180, 3, 4, 180 means all the angles which I have come in this transversal is equals to 180 degree and forms a line, and that's why it is known as linear pair or supplementary angles. Now find the measure of the missing angles. Now here you have only given a 1 unit. So as I told you, supplementary angles or linear angles is always a sum equals to 180 degree. So we will do 180 minus 72 and the answer is 108 degree. So this is how we find the linear pair or a supplementary angle. So now let us see. Now we cannot do like this linear pair and all. So now we should see about opposite of it, vertical angles. So it is an easy formula that they are congruent to each other, so the same answer will come, which is 108 degree. So this is how we find it. Now let us see corresponding angles. So two angles that occupy corresponding positions that are known as corresponding angles. So this is a transversal. This is our top left and top left. We can even see tell like that. This is top left 1 and top left 2. Then again here top right and top right 2, like this. And then we have bottom left and again bottom right and bottom right. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 and 8 angles. So what are corresponding angles? Here how will you find it? So the top left number is equals to top left second number and bottom left first number is corresponded to bottom left 2 number, which is 3 is congruent to 7 and 2 is congruent to 6, 4 is congruent to 8, 1 is congruent to 5. So this is how we see the corresponding angles. Now one question for you, find the measure of the missing angle. So how will you find the corresponding angle? As I told you, top left is equal to 145 degree and top left 2 is also same or congruent each other. So here also what will come? 145. So it would be easy. Now alternate interior angles. So two angles that lie between parallel lines on opposite sides of transversal. Okay, interior, which is inside of something. So 3, 4, 5 and 6 are in the interior position. So here we can say that this is our interior part angles and this is between parallel lines. You can see now that there are parallel line and it is between in that. So these are all we will remove and you can see this are only the interior angles. So now it is opposite sides of interversal. So here this is alternate, which is opposite to each other. So here 3 and 6 are alternate and 5 and 4 are alternate. So we can say that they are alternate interior angles. So here 3 is congruent to 6 and 4 is congruent to 5. So this is how we find alternate interior angles. Now we can find the measure of the missing angles using alternate interior angle. So in place of question mark, what should come? So alternate interior angle, this formula you should use here, which is having the opposite and also congruent to each other. So 82 degree, in place of question mark it will come 82 degree. So this is also same. Now let us see alternate exterior angles. So two angles that lie outside parallel lines on opposite sides of transversal, okay, that are known as alternate exterior angle. So in this we will not count the interior angles, we will see 1, 2, 7 and 8, which is our exterior angle. So here these are our exterior angles as I told, and this is outside the parallel lines. The interior angles are between the parallel lines and exterior angles are outside the parallel line. So we will remove it, and these are our angles which are alternate interior angles. So here we can say that these are opposite of transversal. Again, alternate means opposite. So here also 2 and 7 are alternate exterior angle and 1 and 8 are exterior angle. So 2 is congruent to 7 and 1 is congruent to 8. Now let us do one sum according to it. So 120 in place of question mark, what will come? Yes, it will come 120. Now let us see the consecutive interior angles. So two angles that lie between parallel lines on the same side of the transversal. So they are interior only, but they are the same side of transversal. So you can see they are between the parallel lines because it is interior, and if they would be exterior, then they will be outside of the parallel lines. So here you can see we will remove it, and here they are same side of transversal. Consecutive means that they are at the same side. So here 3 and 5 are same side, so they are consecutive interior angles, and 4 and 6 are at the same side. So there also we can say that they are consecutive interior angles. So here we can say that angle 3 plus angle 5 is equals to 180, and angle 4 plus angle 6 is equals to 180 degree. So one problem before you had came, this is easy, very easy. Now you can do, and please tell me your answer in the comment box. Yes, in this what we will do? See 180, because in consecutive interior angles we should means all the sum is equals to 180 degree. So if only one number is given, you should do 180 minus the number which is given. So here it is given 135. So 180 minus 135 is equals to 45 degree. So this is easy. So this much was our lines and angles. So I hope you would have gotten information from my video. So please subscribe, like and share it to more friends, and to get more information press the bell icon to get my new videos. Thank you. Bye bye.